Good morning. Welcome back. All right. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome. Thanks, Ishambi. Yeah, you guys seemed to like that video yesterday. You did pretty well, so thank you guys for the support on that one. Appreciate that. Yeah, big level on SPY this morning. That's for sure. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? So, I figured I'm trying to figure out how to show you guys this without showing my account number. I want to give you a little live login of my month so far here on the live stream, but I'm not wanting to expose my account number at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm trying to figure out how to hide that. Here we go. This should work. Let's see if this works. Yeah, yesterday was huge. Yesterday was like a $9,000 day for me. That was monster. So here's my interactive brokers. You can see March 1st to March 28th, right? And we can move these around. You can see all that. This is all as it is. Yeah, and so my month so far, if I go down to the bottom, really big month. $22,900 this month. Some losses in there, right? You can see down 2,000 on that, right? There's some big losses in there, but a lot of big wins. 1,800, 22,000, 1,400, and then mostly look at my losses, right? This is the key, right? Look at these losses. They're small. $100, $117, $40, $42. Some big ones like this one right here. This one got a little bit crazy. Wish I didn't have this one. But 1,400, 267, and so overall, it's a really nice month. So just wanted to share this live on the live stream because I know, when people start to make more money, people start to not believe you, but it's possible, guys. It's possible. Here's my trades. Here was SBNY. That's my SBNY trade right there from yesterday. 60 shares short on the 15th of March. Just sold them yesterday at 58 cents. So from 60 to 58 cents, that's crazy. $6,000 on SBNY yesterday. That was huge. So yeah, just wanted to share that. Share it live. There's nothing I can hide here. It's on a live stream, so I'm not doing any fancy editing in the background as I live stream this. Yeah, so there you go. You can show that to anyone that's not believing, but I think a good month. So hopefully you guys have done well this month as well. It's been a really choppy month, but the key is, right? The key is trusting the supply and demand. That's really all it's been, right? If you just trust supply and demand, it's been a pretty nice month to trade. I know I've seen a lot of people, Photoshop skills are insane. Yeah, they are. They're crazy. I'm doing it all in the background. If you've trusted supply and demand, you've done well this month, right? If you tried to trade big moves, big breakouts, big breakdowns, you probably didn't do so hot, right? Because the market just is traded within a channel. But if you sell it at the top, if you buy it at the bottom, it's the same thing over and over again. So supply and demand has been king this month. And yeah, so let's continue to do that. So coming up on the end of the month, March 29th, yesterday was interesting. A little bit of downside yesterday, but we held demand. We held some pretty major demand yesterday on the ES, on the NASDAQ. No way, Quentin. I was able to buy a Tesla yesterday from profits using your break and retest strategy. Wow. That's awesome. Everyone say congratulations to Quentin. That's sick. That is sick. Do you pay a lot for contracts? It's like $1 per contract, Chef. So like if I'm taking 50 contracts, yeah, I'm starting to spend a little bit on commissions. I think I spent like $100 on commissions yesterday. But it's part of the business. I would much rather pay $100 in commissions and get the best possible fill at the exact time than pay $100 in slippage, right? And get filled, above the ask or at the ask and lose money on the position, right? So I'd rather pay the commissions, right? I don't care about what I pay for commissions. It's never even in my mind. So, all right, guys. Well, welcome back. Let's get started. Hope you guys had a good day yesterday. Let's make it a good day today. And here we go. So 29th of March, Futures economic earnings calendar. I think we're starting to get into some economic news, right? We were talking about this earlier this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Actually, I'm sorry, Thursday, Friday, you start to get some economic news. So not much today, but today, what is this? Always have a back way in. Wow. Damn. That's an aggressive advertisement. State Street Global Advisors. Be ready for any market with the liquid ETF. Get in and out of with DIA. Huh. Step bro? Damn, step bro. Anyways, March 29th, you guys can see right here. That's today. Pending home sales at 10 a.m. And then again, Federal Reserve Governor Barr testifies at the House at 10 a.m. as well. So not much today. Just watch out for 10 a.m. Thursday, you guys see tomorrow, GDP tomorrow, right? That's big, right? That's very big. Thursday, tomorrow, GDP. So, you know, we can't get too confident in any direction when we have a major economic event tomorrow. So GDP tomorrow, jobless claims tomorrow. So some big stuff tomorrow, possibly some market moving stuff at 8:30. And then Friday, personal income, personal spending, PCE index, right, year over year. So some big stuff there on Friday as well. So Thursday, Friday starts to heat up a little bit on the economic side, right? And we have to understand that. We can't get too confident on any direction into economic news, no matter what the market looks like. This is very important. That's what I tell my wife. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Yesterday, we had Lululemon report earnings. That was massive. I mean, straight up on Lulu. So I'm wearing an entire Lulu outfit right now, so I'm probably part of the reason. Lulu straight up. Lulu's still going higher in a seemingly tough in economic environment, but people are still willing to spend on Lulu. Lulu is something that someone in the chat said yesterday. Lulu is the people that buy Lululemon, at least, you know, the majority of people that buy Lululemon probably are not being as affected right now. It's a pretty cult-like following, this stock, this company. So they have been, I don't know, they just continue to do well, this company. So yeah, Lululemon, big upside. I think MU reported as well. Didn't really move anywhere, but that's that. All right, let's get to, we're going to look at the futures, obviously. And then we are going to look at NVIDIA back over 264. We're going to look at a really nice Tesla break and retest. This is a really interesting hourly chart. I really like this long potential on Tesla, so I'm definitely watching this break and retest. AMD 96, a little bit of energy upside coming in. Oxy is moving higher, and also Oxy was Warren Buffett took another, I think, position in Oxy again. I think he added. So watching some energy today. Amazon 97.50. Netflix, I am in a swing trade on Netflix, which is going to be red today, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. I'll sort of explain why I took that trade. And then finally, Meta 208. Big level there. All right. So let's do it. Let's start it up. So today, guys, you guys can see it is going to all be about this 12,850 level. This is going to be very important this morning. This is going to be, you know, what sort of gives us that insight into the next move, in my opinion. Now, yesterday, we got a big drop to the downside right at the open. You guys can see right here, this is yesterday's price action. We dropped straight to the downside, and we sort of consolidated in this 12.7 demand area, right? You can see right here, this whole day yesterday got a little bit slippery under 12.7, but ended up really holding on to that demand zone around that 12.7 that we had marked out. We bounced higher into close. We got above 12.750, which is this pre-market low. And you can see in the after hours, after breaking that 12.750, we sort of just pushed to the upside. Now today, you can see we are struggling right at 12.850. This is going to be major today. Like, you have to pay attention to this. Previous lows right here, right? Previous highs right here. And you can see, look at this triple top that is formed in the pre-market. So it's the same thing that we talk about every single day on this live stream. If you go long before this breaks and holds, you are You are hoping and praying that this breaks out. If you start to go long here today, early morning, before there is a legitimate confirmation of a break and a hold above, you are hoping and you are praying. And you are most likely going to lose in the long term if that is how you trade. You need to see, if you want upside today, if you are looking to trade upside today, you need to see a break of 12,850. You need to see a hold of 12,850. And you need to see a continuation, right? That's the continuation you need to see. Okay. What's going on here? You guys are already starting fights in the chat. Anyways, so 12,850. You guys can see that. That's very important, right? That is what you have to watch today. That's it. That's all you have to watch. If you see a break, if you see us maintain above it today, there is possibility, I believe, of some upside towards this triple top up here around 12,950, right? That is really the big move that I would be watching this morning. If you reject 12,850, right, this is very possible a rejection point. It's done it in the past, right? So we know this. We've seen rejections here. We've seen rejections here. We've seen rejections here. And we've seen rejections this morning. So we have to watch for rejections at this 12,850 level this morning. We cannot be long until it breaks and holds above. If we, I'll say it again. If we try to long into supply here without a confirmation, you are asking for this to happen and you're asking to lose money. So today, it is all about this level. This is something you have to be watching if you are trading. If you are not watching this level as you're trading, then you're just sort of flying, trading blind. So 12,850. Okay, goodbye. 12,850, very big. Something I'd be watching. Watch this rejection here, this rejection here, this rejection here. 12,850. That's all I'm going to say, right? Very big. Break and hold above for upside, rejection possibly for downside. If we get a rejection off to 12,850, I would look for the move back to 12,800 right here. This previous consolidation here, this little high from the pre-market or from the after hours. If we get that 12,850 rejection, I think you could see this little retest back to 12,800, right? That's what I'd be looking for. This would be the move that I would want to see today, right? Because I don't want to long at supply. I would love to see a little pullback, right? Not a big pullback, not give up everything. Pull back a few points, right? Start to hold this retest here, and then see if we can formulate a long entry off this retest hold around 12,800. So that's what I'm going to look for today. I'm going to look for that 12,850 rejection back to 12,800, or if the market's really strong this morning, I'll look for the breakout, I'll look for the retest, and I'll see if that turns into a support for upside. So very clear, right? Very, very clear setup all across the board. This should, if you really follow these levels, you should understand what the market's going to do today. If the market breaks above and holds, you probably can look for upside. You have good risk reward. If you reject here, right, then you're looking for that 12,800. Very clear levels this morning, 12,800, 12,850. Watch this area. Yeah. I'm looking at the EMAs, and no, not really. And on the futures, I'm really just focused on the supply-demand levels and seeing how the price action reacts at it, right? So, like, I'm already seeing, you can already see the price action showing us these wicks at this supply. So it's, I don't really need those EMAs to confirm. I would just sort of monitor the price action at these levels. So you can already see the willingness to reject at this level this morning. So very clear. All right, that's the NASDAQ. ES, right? Same thing on the ES. You guys can see right here on the ES, if we go to the hourly chart, this is the same exact level that we were talking about Monday on the live stream. You guys know on Monday we were on the live stream when we said watch out for that 40-40, watch out for that 50 SMA. We rejected it on Monday. We moved lower yesterday. Yesterday's downside came right into our 39.80 level, literally right into it. Our 39.80 level, our 100 SMA, our 20 SMA, it moved right into it. it tapped it, and it bounced, right? It literally went, I think it was like the exact level. Let me look. Yeah, look at this. 39.80 on the dot, just right off of it. Right off that 100, right off that 20. It came down into it yesterday, and since that point, it really rallied off that level. So we know there's buyers down there. That's something we have to know. We know there's buyers down at that 39.80. We have to watch out for that support down below if we are short. Now, on the upside, it's very clear. Once again, right? Rejections on Monday, and here we are again. So, are we going to go long before a break and hold over 40.40? No, we are not. We are not going to go long if we are below 40.40. You are asking to be long here. You're asking to be long here. You're asking to be long here. Who wants to be long here, here, and here? No one, right? No one wants to be long here. If you're long here, you're chasing because you see a green pre-market and you're like, oh my God, I want to go and I want to trade upside. We're going to the moon today, right? No, that's not how this works. We're watching supply. We're watching demand. Supply right now is at 40.40. If we want upside, we need to break the supply. We need to turn the supply into a demand level, and we need to then look for upside moves. So 40.40 to the upside, watch that. And then to the downside, really 39.80. And besides those two levels, this is really just a channel, guys. This is really just a channel. We have not broken the channel. We are still within the channel, so you still have to respect the channel. All right? SPY, same exact thing. You guys can see here, SPY levels remain the same from earlier this week. 399, 400 supply. You can clearly see you don't want to be long here. You don't want to be long here. You don't want to be long here. And you don't want to be long here again, right? So watch out for that. That is the most ridiculous comment I have ever seen. Are you really going to come to the live stream and tell me that I said something and you're going to say, even at the end of it, you're going to say, did you not? That's a crazy comment. I mean, who has the balls to say something like that? I would never say that. Oh, goodness. All right. SPY, 399, 400, major supply up at this level, right? Watch out for that. Major supply up there, and then you can see the demand down at 930 or 393. All right, so here's your channel again, 399 to 400, major supply up here. You guys can see we do not want to be long at this level. So let's watch out for that. I think if you get a nice break and hold over 400, this could definitely rally, right? I think a break and hold over 400 could definitely set up some upside moves here. Right, that would be a key psych level, a break and hold above a key psych 400 level on the SPY, and that could definitely cause a little bit of a squeeze, in my opinion. So that is really the big upside move that you should be looking for and waiting for if you want to play that upside. I think you wait for that 400 break and hold, and then you look for that upside continuation. All right, yeah, how dare I? All right, here's the Dow. So the Dow's actually, building a little bit here. You guys can see the build is a little bit on. So here's sort of what I'm looking at on the Dow. You can see we've had previous supply all in this level, right? Rejections, right? And you can see we got back above it yesterday or on Monday. We held it again yesterday, and now we are pushing to the upside. So a little bit of a flip here on the Dow, I would say, right? If we go to the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we are now reclaiming this previous low, right? You can see this previous low on the Dow right here. This is right around that 32.6, 32.550, right, in this zone. We are starting to reclaim that level. So if we stay above this level on the Dow, there could be some more upside here. You don't want to short into this level now. Because this is, obviously you can see, previous lows, and previous lows. This previous low area right here turned into rejections, right? So you can see this flip. This is the classic break and retest flip right here. Previous lows, break and retest, and you're flipping. Now today, over the last few days, look, you're starting to flip again. So if you can flip back to the upside on this level, this could definitely lead to a little bit more upside continuation. So watch out for that Dow above that 32.6 area. Finally, the Russell. The Russell's just in a channel still, right? Nothing new to report here on the Russell. You guys can see 4-hour chart on the RTY. Very clear, just in a channel still. You're still going to need a break above that 1800 for anything real to happen here. All right? So, very clear levels this morning, guys. If we go to the 5-minute chart, we can clearly see this level, this 12,850. It's very clear this morning. Please do not get long until that breaks and holds, right? That is going to be key. And then again, on the ES, the 4040 level on the ES, very major. If you're looking at the SPY, it's 399, this 399, 400 zone on the SPY. Be careful being long up in this supply. All right? All right, so there we go. Let's continue. Let's look at some individual stocks because there are some interesting long setups out there. That is why I did put this. That's why I did name the live stream this because there is some interesting long setups out there. If that market does break above that supply, there's definitely some things to watch out here. But we have to, of course, continue to watch the futures to make our decisions. NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a very aggressive flush under our 264 level yesterday. Extremely aggressive. I mean, straight down, out of the gates, no retest, just vertical to the downside. As NVIDIA almost always does, after a really aggressive morning downside, it battles back. If we just look at NVIDIA here for a second, you can see how many times this has happened. So, look at this, right? Big aggressive downside. Battles back all day. This is FOMC, so I can't include that one. This is Thursday. Big aggressive downside early morning, battles back. This is Friday. Big aggressive downside early morning, battles back. Monday of this week. Big aggressive downside early morning, battles back a little bit. Yesterday, big aggressive downside, battles back the entire day. So crazy stuff on NVIDIA, right? The resiliency on NVIDIA to move higher has been nuts. And every single time it falls off early morning, it climbs all the way back. And sometimes it turns green, which is crazy. So again, yesterday was no exception. You got a big downside, battled back, broke this downtrend over the last few trading days, and now you are trading higher up at that 268.50. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in now and show you this level. If I zoom in here on the 15-minute chart, you guys can see right here, this 268.50 I think is going to be pretty important today. You can see this is a previous support back here, 268.50, a little bit of support, 268.50 here, a lot of consolidation at that 268.50 here before ultimately falling. And then you can see this morning, nice 268.50 rejection. So today, right, if you want to be long NVIDIA, I would definitely want to see us over 268.50. That's going to be very important. Or, right, I would not mind to see a little pullback, right? Maybe fill this gap. I really don't want to be long NVIDIA on a gap up. I would rather see this thing gap back or move back lower, maybe fill this gap back to around 265, and then see if there's upside. So, yes, NVIDIA has been strong, but we cannot just think, hey, you know, this thing's going to continue to rally. It is a bull flag, like you guys are saying. Tesla has the same setup. You can see this bull flag that has broken. But just because we've broken this bull flag does not mean we can forget about 268.50. It does not mean we can forget about this 270.50 right here, this little double top rejection. We still have to watch these levels, right? We still have to watch these levels. So watch 268.50, watch 270.50, and see, obviously, if the market shows strength, right? If that NASDAQ gets above 12,850 today, and if we start to get some upside movement over this level, then maybe you could trust NVIDIA for some upside. But this is going to be the overarching, most important thing to watch is the NASDAQ at 12,850. So NVIDIA, bull flag potential, but watch out for that 268.50, 270.50. Tesla, this is something I should have traded yesterday. I caught the downside, but I should have traded both ways. A little bit upsetting that I didn't. I mean, I can't say it because I had a good day. I just walked away, but this could have been... Yesterday was a fantastic entry on this retest. You guys know I've been talking about this retest, and I wanted to see us back to that 186 level. Look at this beautiful, beautiful retest hold yesterday. Previous triple top on Tesla, rejection here, rejections here, rejections here at 186. Look at the downside yesterday, right into 186. And if you go to the 1 minute chart, look at that bottom at 186 yesterday. Straight down into 186, huge push to the upside the rest of the day. Beautiful break and retest on the hourly chart. This is a bullish setup to me personally. This looks really interesting. If we get upside on the market, this is a really clean bear or bull flag here, guys, back into a retest level. I don't know how long it takes to break out, but this is interesting. This is definitely on my watch. So Tesla bull flag here, in my opinion, back and held a retest level extremely strong yesterday, like just a tweezer bottom, literally touched it and then rallied off of it right at that retest of 186. Really interesting here on Tesla. For me to be confident on the upside here, one, you're going to have to get that NASDAQ over 12,850. That's number one. Number two, you're going to need Tesla to get over this 193.50, 194 area, right? I'm going to need to see Tesla actually break out and start to hold here, and then I will look for that bull flag breakout, right? So this is what I've talked about a lot, right? Some people, they'll trade, they'll see, hey, this is a bull flag, and I'm going to buy it right now because it's a bull flag. We can't trade like that, right? We can find technical formations, we can find these setups, but we can't just blindly buy things because we think it's going to break this bull flag. It's not broken the bull flag. It's not broken above supply. The NASDAQ still below supply. These are things that are still not confirming an entry point. So we need the confirmations. I know your FOMO says, I want to be in Tesla now. I don't want to miss another point. But I could guarantee you that if you wait for confirmation, you're going to be much more successful long term. So I would wait for the 193.50 to break. I would wait for this to hold above. If it does, and it aligns with the NASDAQ breaking over 12,850, then I think you get, a potential move here. Without that, you can't get into this yet. It's still below supply. It's still in this channel. This could very easily do this. It could very easily do this just as easily as it can go up. So, yes, I like the setup. I do like it a lot, actually. The hourly chart looks very bullish here, in my opinion. I really like this retest hold, but there are still some things that need to happen before I'm confident taking an entry. So that is what I would be watching. All right, AMD 96. This is pretty big as well. Long midterm downtrend here over the last 4 days. You can see we're tapping it again. AMD, I talked about this yesterday. I said I want to pull back to 93, and what is the saying? Ask and you shall receive, right? Ask and you shall receive. We asked for the 93 pullback and we got it yesterday, literally straight out of the gates. I mean, we went straight down yesterday on AMD. That was a wild move. If you caught AMD to the downside yesterday, congratulations. Look at this thing. Bam. So straight down to 93, and a really interesting hold right there, right? Really interesting hold at that 93. So you held here, right? You held here. Very nice 93 hold. You got to watch 96 today. That's the level to watch today, 96. If AMD can get over 96, there could be some more upside, in my opinion, right? You can see this is a previous low all here. This is a previous high right here. This is a previous low right here. So 96, support, rejections, support. AMD pushed up into that 96, and it is now rejecting. So what are we looking for today? To get confirmation of upside, we need to see a break. We need to see a hold. We need to see a maintain above 96 for an upside move. All right? That's what we need to see. Without that, you have no confirmation here. So watch 96 today. You could even look for that rejection play. That is possible as well. Just signed up for the discount. Hey, Shane, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the group. All right, AMD 96. Watch that today. Very interesting on that one. XLE. I wanted to point out some energy upside that's coming in. This is the XLE. You guys can see. Daily chart. We've held this little. Let me delete this for a second because we are going to have to look at this as a new supply. So watch out for that. But if we zoom out, let me zoom out a little bit more here. You guys can see that we are sort of maintaining this previous demand around this 77. This was a previous level that I've had on this chart for a long time. Support here, rejections here, support here, and you're coming in and you're holding that 80 or that 77 once again. A little bit of upside on the XLE over the last few days. We do have to watch out for this supply up here, right? We do have to watch out for this new supply. Whoops, move that back. Turn that red so we signify a supply level. So if I zoom in here on the daily chart, you guys can see we did hold that 77 demand, but we're coming back into this rejection point, right? Rejections here, support in this area, support right here, rejections right here. Also, you have the 200 SMA above. So yes, the XLE is holding a little bit. We have to watch out for that 83. But you do have some interesting holds coming in, right? XOM ended up holding its 200 SMA again. You guys can see right here. We talked about this one in the past. Every time XOM has pulled back to its 200, it holds up. This is another example, right? We came back to the 200 multiple times. We held it again. So XOM is still holding that 200 SMA and starting to push off of it. That's interesting. The other one that's interesting is Oxy. Oxy, nice strong demand hold at this 56. Warren Buffett bought some more, I believe, yesterday. I saw some news about it. Berkshire buys 3.7 million more Occidental Petroleum. So not a bad buy there, Warren. I like the demand hold. Warren must be doing some technicals, or Warren must be watching the live streams. One of the two. But 56, that's a really interesting demand hold there. If energy starts to push, this could be a nice little watch. So keep an eye on that energy move. Nice pullback, a little bit of strength over the last few days. Could be some outperformance here. So keep an eye on energy. I just wanted to point that out. All right, Amazon. Interesting level here on Amazon. Something that is held multiple times here. And I feel like eventually there's going to have to be a move off of it. But here we go. So we've talked about this 97.50 level a ton of times on the live stream, right? You get to watch me. You get to hear me trade live. Yes, you get to hear me trade live. There's no the Discord is voice chat only. It's not a live stream of my screen. You hear me trade live. So you can see right here support at 97.50. That has continued to hold on Amazon. Any attempt to drop below is getting bought up very aggressively. So watch out for that 97.50. And you can see if we continue to maintain this demand here, I think Amazon is eventually going to try to break out of this little downtrend, and it sort of is this morning. So you have this little downtrend over the last 4 days that is starting to break out this morning. So interesting. And if we hold that 97.50, there's some decent risk to reward here at this level. If I go to the 4-hour chart, it's a little sloppy on the 4-hour, but you can sort of get an idea of how important this 97.50 level is. So you can see previous support here on the 4-hour, and look at all these 4-hour wicks, right? If I zoom in here on the 4-hour, look at all these 4-hour wicks below this level, right? 4-hour big wick up, 4-hour big wick up, 4-hour big wick to the upside. A little bit of a downtrend that maybe could break here if the market has some strength. So going to keep an eye on this 97.50 level on Amazon. If the market has strength, of course, right? If that NASDAQ shows us some strength, then I will look at it. Just watch out for that 99 supply above. That's what I would watch out for on the upside. Yeah, I don't know about all that Amazon AMC news. You guys got to be careful trusting, these rumors. There's a lot of stuff that comes out. So I don't know until that's like fully legit. And I'm not trading Amazon based off AMC news, right? MOAS, yeah, the MOAS is coming, chef. The MOAS is coming. The mother of all short squeezes. No, but Amazon would be more just, it's just a technical setup. This 97.50 hold, that's what I'm watching on this one. All right, Netflix. This was a swing trade that I took yesterday. I was up pretty nicely on it. I was up about 25% at one point. But unfortunately, it looks like it's battling it back against me a little bit this morning. So I am probably going to be red on this at market open. here's sort of my idea. My idea on Amazon, or I'm sorry, on Netflix for a downside swing trade. I took put options. I took next week 300 puts. Cheap, far out of the money, just a little play, nothing big. I took 5 contracts, so about $500 in the trade. So I'm down probably $200 this morning. It is what it is. But I do like the setup, and this is why I took it, right? If I'm confident in a setup, I will take the setup. So let me explain sort of my idea behind it, and we'll see how this one works out. But I'm going to delete these so I can clean this up a little bit. Here's what I was watching on Netflix, right? So we can see I like a potential head and shoulder formation here quite a bit, right? This is a nice left shoulder here at this 330 level. This is a nice head breakout. We come back below it. We bounce off of it, and we make a potential right shoulder here at 330. So I liked that on the daily chart, and I liked the supply. If I go to the daily chart, right, and I look at these daily candles are showing me a lot of sellers, right? This is Monday, a lot of sellers there. This is yesterday, a lot of sellers at that 330. So I said, hey, right, if I can take a put up here, I have a stop over this 332 area, right? I like this potential head and shoulder. I like this selling pressure that I'm seeing on the daily. Can I get some more downside off that move? It still looks okay, but here's the problem I'm going to have. If the NASDAQ pushes higher, right, if the NASDAQ is strong, irregardless of if Netflix is strong, Netflix is going to push higher with the NASDAQ, right? That's the problem I'm going to have. If the NASDAQ holds demand, if the tech sector stays sort of hot, Netflix is going to push higher with the NASDAQ. And that's just something I have to plan for, right? That's the risks that I take. So I like it, right? Rejections, very clear rejections, multiple rejections. And you can see even on the 30-minute, right? It's clear as day that this is rejecting up here at 330. So why not, right? Even if I lose, why not? Why not take this type of risk, right? Why not take, this is sort of my target back to this like 294. You could even target like 300, 306. Why not take this risk? I definitely could lose on this, right? There's a very high possibility I could lose, of course, like any other trade I take. But I sort of like it. So I would take this 10 out of 10 times. If I lose on it, I lose on it. It is what it is. Maybe I'll make a video about it. But you guys know here on the live stream, I am in a Netflix put. I'm looking for this rejection of this 330, 332 supply. If the market rallies today, I'm going to get stopped out. I'm going to take a loss. If the market rejects today, this could be a very nice win. This could be a very nice win for me. So going to keep an eye on it. But that's my Netflix swing. Do with it as you please. It is not a recommendation to trade. I could definitely lose money on that. And so will you if you copy me. All right. 4-hour chart Meta. Meta, very interesting hold here at this 198 level. This is something I will be watching. Meta has just been a silent killer, really, over the last few weeks. So I think it's always good to watch Meta. I've watched Meta more than I have in a long time, right? 100% confidence does not mean 100% win rate. Absolutely, Snazzy. Thank you for watching my video yesterday. If you watched my video, you know exactly that. If you paid attention, I know you pay attention then, Snazzy. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, 100% confidence does not mean a 100% win rate. This is something I talked about in my video yesterday, right? You can be 100% confident in your strategy. That does not mean you're going to win all of the time, but that's okay, right? That is trading. That is trading. You have to take the trades that you're confident in, that align with your strategy, that align with your technical analysis. You're not going to win every time. But if it's a good risk-reward trade, when you win, it will outweigh your losses 4, 5, 6 to 1 sometimes. So that's the key. So, yeah, very nice nice comment there, Snazzy. Appreciate that. Meta. Curious if you can talk about your sizing after done with your stuff. Sizing is, I'm always taking, Carter, I'm taking on scalps. I'm taking larger size because I have tighter stop losses. So on scalps, as of right now, I'm taking probably about a 15% of my account with a scalp. But I'm only risking about 2.5%, 3% of my account on a single scalp. So I take a large position because the break and retest has tight stops. So I can afford to take larger positions with tighter stops, so that if I'm right, it's a nice win. If I'm wrong, it's still a small percent. So that's sort of how I look at scalps, right? I'm taking about 10. If I'm not that confident in it, 10%. If I'm very confident in it, I'll push it towards 15, 20%. And then I have a tight stop, probably losing about on an ugly trade, I would say I lose anywhere between 2 to 4.5%, 5%. That's 5% pushing it. I don't want to be losing 5% on a trade. So I'd like to keep it around 2 to 3% of my account size. On a swing trade, a lot of the time, guys, my swing trades are sized for 0 because I don't like to expose my account for swing trades very much. So I'll take maybe a 1% of my account swing trade, maybe 2%, right? And if it goes to 0, it goes to 0. I lose 1, 2%. Swing trades are shots for large percentage point gains for me. So if Netflix works out, this could be a 4, 5, 600% trade, right? So I don't need to take large size. I don't need to expose myself to large size. If I'm wrong on Netflix, then I lose 1, 2% of my account. I move on. I don't give a shit, honestly. I don't care if I lose money. When you start to get into a system of trading, it's about statistics. It's about percentage points. You can't be scared to lose. If you lose 2% and you make 6% the next day, who cares, right? So I keep those swings very small, 1, 2% of my account size. If I lose on it, whatever. And then my scalps, which I'm very confident on, I'll take bigger size but tighter stops. I'm not going to let a scalp trade with 15% of my account just go to 0, right? That's just totally irrational. So, yeah. Anyways, Meta, hopefully that helps, Carter. Meta, 198, right? I like that demand hold that came in here. You can see demand, and demand yesterday again. I don't really like Meta where it is right now, personally, but I am going to keep an eye on Meta. This is the trade I really want to take on Meta. This is the trade that I'm really looking to take if the market heats up. That's the trade I'm really looking for. So I'm not interested in Meta today. I'm not going to recommend watching Meta today. I don't really like it in the middle of this channel, but I am going to keep an eye on that 208, right? I'm going to keep an eye on that 208 and see if that turns into some type of a support here in the near future. All right. That's Meta. All right, guys. Let's go into some of the tickers that you guys want to look at. If you guys could press the like button, we got about 16 hundo. We need 1,000 likes, man. We're struggling on the likes. I think I've made some people upset. I think people are starting to not press it because I'm asking for it too much. I'm getting some people upset. But if you could press that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed the live stream so far. If you're new here, we do this every single day at 8 a.m., every single morning. As long as I'm not traveling, as long as I'm not at a wedding, as long as I'm not being a wedding crasher, we are here on the live stream. The tickers that you guys want to look at today, damn. Intel, Palantir, huh? This is going to be a real quick one on Palantir, I'll tell you that. ARK, Microsoft, Enphase, CL, and Lulu. All right, here we go. We're going real quick here. INTC, Intel. Yeah, I mean, right? There's nothing here, guys. This is major supply, right? And major demand down here, and you're just going to trade in this channel, and all you do is you trade the channel until it's broken. So if anything, I'd look to start to short Intel up at this 30.5. You short here, you buy here until it's broken. Palantir, yeah, absolutely not, guys. Please stop. Move on. ARK, no. Nope. Nope. Look, what's here? Just a bunch of noise. Don't trade ARK. It's not even following the NASDAQ anymore. It's not even following tech. I mean, it is a little bit, but not really. So, no, I don't like ARK. Can't trade that. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft's something I could look at here. Microsoft, I'd want to see a pullback to 275, guys. This is what you're going to need. If you want to look long on Microsoft, you need a pullback to 275 here, right? You need a pullback right here, 275. If you can get that, then maybe you can look long at 275. So watch 275 here on Microsoft. If you hold that, then maybe you get that upside move, right? And you're just in a channel, guys. It's just a channel. If you look at this stock and you see a channel, right? If you guys are out there charting your levels and you see this channel, there's only two things that I can recommend to you, right? There is buy at the channel low and sell at the channel high. That's all that we can possibly have. It's the only thing we can take away from a channel trade. Just think about it like this, right? Let me set this up and let me just make sure that this makes sense to everyone, all right? I'm going to make this real ugly, but it's going to be necessary. All right. This is how you should look at a channel trade. This is how you should think in a channel trade. Put your thinking caps on. If the stock is in the yellow area, that is when a trade is activated, right? You have to activate trades only in the yellow area of the channel. If you see a demand hold at the yellow bottom, you look for that upside channel trade, maybe a demand hold at the yellow. If you see it push into the top yellow area, that's when you start to think about supply rejections. If the stock is trading in the red area, you are at a significant disadvantage. You have no idea what's going to happen in the red area. You cannot take trades in the red area. You can only take trades here and here. This is the only area that risk reward makes sense for a trade, right? If it's not here and it's not here, you are 100% guessing in the middle of a channel and you have no risk reward, right? None. Because it's 1-to-1, right? You're just trading 1-to-1 here. So that's how I would think of channels. It's going to be the same thing I recommend every single time on a channel trade. All right. CRM, I got you, baller. Thanks for the donation, $9.99. I got you on the CRM. Enphase, again, under 200 bearish. It's the same thing every day. CL, yeah, oil futures, strong this morning. This goes back to my energy, me pointing out energy this morning. I would watch for energy upside, right? I would watch for energy upside. So watch that 76 area as supply. Lulu, go to the daily chart. 4 hour, actually. Yeah, big push on Lulu, guys. It's just a big push on earnings. I mean, I'd watch out for like this 386 here. You got to, like I say every time, guys, on an earnings play like this, you got to wait this out. Where does this pull back? Where does it reject? Let's talk about Lulu tomorrow, all right? I'm clueless. Okay. See ya. While you're here. Lulu, 386. Watch out for that, right? That's the big channel high that I'd monitor. All right, let's go CRM for baller, and then we'll get out of here. Daily chart. Yeah, daily chart pretty big here on daily chart pretty big here at CRM around this 193 area. I would watch out for this one, baller. I would probably want to see a support. I want to see a break and hold above 193 probably to get that upside. Before that, I'd be careful of supply rejections, right? So rejections. Watch out for 193 here on CRM. If you can get a break and hold above, then you might be able to see the upside move. Let me zoom out for you a little bit. Yeah, if you can get a break and hold above 193 here, baller, you might be able to look for that next supply up around that 204. But that's obviously, again, baller, you're going to need the NASDAQ strength. You're going to need the NASDAQ strength. If the NASDAQ is weak today, right, if you get some tech downside, this could very well be a supply rejection. Right? This could very well be a supply rejection right here. If we see some NASDAQ weakness, we can see rejections, and rejections. So watch out for that 193. All right. All right, guys. Well, today has been no shortage of fun. I love it. Trust me. There's not a single moment that I leave this live stream where I am upset about what people say in this live stream. So it's all fun and games. I know it's all love. I know there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the live streams, and I thank you guys so much for being here. I love every second of it. I love talking to you guys and helping you, and I also love talking back to the people that are idiots. It's a great time. So let's continue to do that. Let's know, people that come here, we're going to focus on education. We're going to keep it as it is. We're going to keep it real, legit. We're not going to sugarcoat anything on this channel. So I hope you guys do enjoy that. I hope you are learning. I hope you are getting educated, and I hope that your trading is improving by coming to this live stream. So thank you guys again. Press that like button if you could. I think we're almost at 1,000. And yeah, let's have an awesome day. Thank you guys for being here. Subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.